Guys, I've got a seed between my two front teeth, but I'm going to treat it as a good luck charm, so are you. Anyway, welcome to a day in the life of... Sorry, I'm out of breath, just gone up the stairs. This is a day in the life of creator, right? But some of you that watch me a lot of the time already know this, but basically, me and Rory both now work full-time on the content that we make.
Oh, hello.
Yeah, you're in shot. So,
hi.
Our company is called
I hope you're all having a good day. Make sure you look after yourselves.
Yeah, okay.
And just enjoy yourselves.
Okay, thank you.
Is that what they want me to say?
I don't think they want you to say anything yet, because I was still talking.
What do they think of my hair?
Right, what do you think of his hair? We've not even introed who you are yet.
I'm Rory.
This is my intern. Basically...
I look grim.
So do I.
I look so pale. Look at me, I'm like glowing white.
You look like pink. You look like a newborn mole. In a nice way. So, basically, I am a influencer, I suppose, and I know this doesn't seem to make sense. I feel like this isn't going to make much sense, but me and Rory work on this full time, on the content that I put out and also the podcast that we both put out. And I thought you might be like, but how is there enough for him to do? So this is part for you, but it's also part for like our friends and family that are like, but what is Rory doing? Because I think they think he's just sat on his ass picking his nose, which he is, but...
What? I'm the one doing the work right now. I'm editing. You just stood there talking nonsense.
Anyway, I'm Holly, this is Rory, and I thought I would try and bring you as detailed as possible into a day in the life of a creator and her intern. So, start off with this morning, we have like a morning stand-up every day, and we go through all the things that need to be done and like work out what our schedule is for today. That's already happened. Now we move on to the next bit. So, Rory, do you want to tell us what you're working on?
I'm doing some editing. I'm editing a video because I'm editing it. So the videos get edited and I'm editing the video.
Rory, you're going to get banned from this vlog if you keep fucking about.
I'm editing a video and I am
But
really
what is
good
the
at
video?
editing. The video is for a brand deal. I'm not sure if I can say what it is.
Everyone loves saying that. Like, not sure if I can tell you.
It's top secret.
Yeah.
You've probably already seen it, hopefully.
Yeah, can I show your screen? Do you get your to-do list? Big secret things on there. It's literally just things like post to YouTube. So this is Rory's editing station.
Yeah, here we are.
This plant's doing well.
This one?
Yeah.
I know, it's flourishing. It's because I've been looking after it.
That's good. So yeah, basically what Rory's doing is he's going through... We filmed this video yesterday, and now he's editing it, adding the captions, adding the zoom-ins and stuff to make sure that it's interesting. So yeah, Rory's going to get on with that. And then what are you going to do after that?
What was it? I sit on my arse and pick my nose, probably.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, while Rory's doing that over here in the editing suite, I'm over here in the writing suite.
Sit on your arse and pick your nose, sweet.
No. And I am now writing up what our, like, a kind of rough script for the next 2 episodes of Lousy Advice. I would really love if any of you have got any ideas of like topics you'd like us to talk about on there and give some lousy advice on, because it's for you. So I'd rather it be things that you find interesting, not just things that I want to bleat on about. So if you've got anything that you like, let me know. And let me show you how I format it. So if you go onto here, this was one that we've already done. It's like, so you have like the working title. Oh no, this one actually isn't very good. This is kind of how I lay it out. So it's what episode it is, the topic, intro, chat, and then we have like things that we want to update people on. Don't get your knickers in a twist. So Rory writes an anecdote, I write an anecdote. Then advice of the week and a bit of our research into what we're going to talk about. Then general discussion points that we can kind of talk about. And then don't take my advice. And then what we've learned. And then the end. So basically I fill out this like template and then I tag Rory in the bits he needs to fill out, and then they're both done, ready to be filmed next week. So this will probably take me like an hour or so. And then I've got Zumba at 10:15. I'm absolutely buzzing because the lady that's really good, she took the summer holidays off to be with her kids. Selfish. So I haven't been over the summer because there's nothing better than a good Zumba class, but there's nothing worse than one that's not that good. So yeah, I am so pleased to be back in the game, back at Zumba, and you need to get there at a good time because you want to get a good spot. You don't want to end up right in the corner when you're trying to shake your ass and someone else trying to shake it in the same spot. There's like a very small window of time that you want to get there because you want to get there not long enough that you got like chat to people, but not short enough that you don't get a good spot. And people are very territorial there as well. So yeah, that's the POA. Get down, shake my ass, and then come back, and then I've got a call at 11:30. I'm going to go and do that, and then I'm going to work on this. Good morning. Sorry, the vlog yesterday I look insane. The vlog yesterday got a bit derailed because
because I basically ended up after lunch saying to Rory, oh my god, I love this house in this area, because we're trying to work out where to move to. And he was like, well, should we go look at the area and see if we like the area? And I was like, yeah, good idea. So we went and drove to the area, started looking around it, and then I felt really anxious. And I had to recover from that. And then in the evening I felt much better. And we were like, well, should we go to the pub? We went to the pub and it felt like winter again. We were in our cosy local pub, a little Sauvignon Blanc. Rory had a beer, and then we came back and had a takeaway. I completely forgot to vlog, and it was not tidying. For sure. But anyway, it was still productive in some ways, but who really cares if it's productive? Not me. Yeah, we're trying to work out where to move. It's just so hard. It's so hard. It's basically, the problem is that my family live in Surrey, and I want to be near my family, but like, people don't really need to be in Surrey apart from them. And Surrey is so expensive. So trying to look at different places in Surrey that we can still get into London quite quickly and without having to change, that we can get somewhere that's a good size, but it's also got like a good like high street or shops and stuff. But it's also not too far from my family. So if anyone knows of some, and also someone that's still got like young people, like basically we're thinking like obviously in the like near-ish future we're hoping to have a family, so you want somewhere that has got things that are suitable for that, so something that's got like places that I could meet other people that are my age and my life stage, but also we love our sport. That's another thing, somewhere that's got like pickleball or paddle or a good gym and stuff like that. So it's hard to find all those things in our budget. Anyway, it's 8 AM. I'm up now because I'm playing paddle again at 10, and I like to have my breakfast quite long before, but also I like to get a few things done before I get started. Maybe I'll try and kind of cover it. Basically, this is what I use to plan everything out. I use Google Calendar. It's nothing fancy, it's free. And in the right, I add my tasks, and in the left, you've got my whole calendar of what I'm getting on with. And I find I still need to plan. I already told you this, I still have to plan out the weekend, else I can't get things done. But last night I was like, I need to remember to order a few people's presents. So that's what I've got on my calendar. There's 3 people that I need to order their presents now, because their presents are in a couple of weeks. And I always forget people's presents until like a day of, and then I hate myself. And also Sundays are quite a good day to post content. Content performs better on certain days. So I need to post a bit of content on TikTok, see how it performs. If it performs well, I'll then post it onto Instagram. I've got another piece that I posted yesterday on TikTok I need to post on Instagram, and then I need to do some stories as well. So I might post the content first because it's 8, so people are waking up, and you want to kind of get people, you want to have as much chance to hit people through the day, because then like engagement drops off the next evening. So I want to get it now. Okay, it did seem to do quite well. I did a video about golf, and it's got 116,000 views, which is really good for me. So I think I might whack that one up on Instagram. One weird thing about being a creator is that sometimes you can just like wake up in the morning and a video's done well, and you're like, oh my god, that's so good. And then it reaches the wrong side of the internet, and you end up with a load of people just telling you that you're ugly or you're an arse, that you're stupid. You're like, perfect. Okay, that's that posting. And then I need to post something on TikTok. I think that video's on my other phone. Okay, also, I try at the weekends to not really go on my phone, so I'm going to let this post. I need to not get wrapped into content. I honestly find taking time off of content, off of social media, you don't realise how much better you feel until you've done it. Like, I try not to go on it on the weekends, apart from posting my content, and I just like kind of come off. And you do just feel so much better, and your weekend feels so much better when you don't know what anyone else is doing, because like suddenly you're not like, this person's doing this, so maybe we should do this. You're just doing things at your own pace. And you don't realise actually how much you're influenced by social media, because I actually think I'm not particularly influenced by social media. Like, I'm aware that things aren't real. I'm aware when influencers are posting things, I think they're just doing it to get people to engage with it. Like, I feel like I'm clued up and all, but it still even affects me. I think what affects me more is people that I know, less influencers, and when I see them doing things, I'm like, oh, maybe I should be doing that. Okay, then what I do is I comment to myself on my video. I find like if you engage, like it just starts the comments going because you're talking to yourself. I need to remember what I posted on TikTok and do that again. Okay, I've posted that. I'm now gonna leave that momentarily for a bit, and then you leave it to post for like an hour or so, and then you do some stories being like, guys, go and watch this, so it's got another chance of doing well. I don't know if these things are interesting, the behind the scenes of like the sciencey, it's not science, the strategy behind content, but it might be. Anyway, I'm gonna make my smoothie. Oh, actually, I had someone comment being like, I miss seeing you make your morning smoothies to be in every vlog. So, do you want to come along for the smoothie? I'll do it this way so the lighting's a bit better. It was a horrible noise, and that was not my arse. I have the same smoothie every single day without fail. Like, even when I go on holiday, like, I kind of prefer to go on a holiday in the UK sometimes because I can still have my smoothie. Like, I don't want to go away and try something new. Apart from if I go somewhere and they've got acai bowls, then I'm like, yeah, okay, I respect that. Or sometimes I'll be in the gym and I'll be like, I actually can't stop thinking about this smoothie, so I'm going to have to leave. Okay, so the first thing that goes in it, oh, this feels like old times, a frozen banana. That's quite crucial for the texture. Next, some dates. Now, I think I said this before on here. Trying to like things like dates takes time. Like, you know, when you see people do recipes with dates, like, have these, it's like a Snicker bar. And you're like, oh, it's not like a Snicker bar. Once you kind of get into things like this, you then do kind of think, yeah, it's a little bit like a Snickers bar. Like, I didn't ever think I'd be that person, but I had to like wean myself onto healthier things, and the smoothie definitely helped. When I say healthier, I don't mean anything negative by that, because I eat loads of chocolate and stuff, but just sometimes I try to eat less, and I try to eat things that are a little bit more like whole foody, just because I've got a very sensitive stomach. So eating things that are not as processed sometimes helps me out in that department. I just want to clarify that because I don't want you to think I'm being like weird and I don't mean healthy. I just mean better for my body. Okay, so we've got dates in there. We've then got cacao nibs. These are so expensive. I think there was like a cacao shortage and the world is still recovering. I cannot even tell you how much that costs. I get it all on Amazon. I also get all my dates on Amazon. I buy them in like 3 kilograms of dates. I get through that. I think I get through about a kilogram of dates a month, which is insane. Then this is the best peanut butter of all the ones I've tried. The crunchy peanut butter by Pip and Nut. These particular things have elevated my smoothie. And you've got to remember, I'm a connoisseur of this smoothie. I've been having it since nearly every day, bar holidays or like extreme circumstances. Like I have to be in London at like 6 a.m. for maybe about 4 years. I wonder why, like a neurodivergent brain loves repetition so much, but I can't believe that my body still like entirely looks forward to this. Like, it's not just like I'm like, oh, I have to do this because it's what I normally do. It's that I'm genuinely buzzing to have it every single day. Then the final component is almond milk. I have almond milk, but you could have any milk. But this is the one I have because it's got less ingredients. I realised the one that I was having, like just the supermarket own brand one, had loads of weird shit in it, like gum and emulsifier. And I'm trying to avoid eating as many things basically, my mum was like, try and avoid eating things that you don't know what that is. And I thought, I don't know what gum is. Well, I know what gum is, but I don't know why it's in an almond milk. So that's why I'm trying to have a few more things that are like this. Whoa. Then we blend it up. This is the best moment of the morning, right? This is because you've still got a full smoothie left because you haven't got started, and you've got a spoon with a shitload of peanut butter on that you're about to hoof in. Slay! On YouTube, like on TikTok and Instagram, I'm just saying something funny quickly and it's really edited and it's bosh done. Whereas here I want you to know me a bit better and I want to talk about what I do and what I eat, or, well, I don't really care about talking about what I eat, but like I kind of want to talk to you more candidly as if you are my friend. I'm telling you what I'm up to or what recipe I've tried or whatever. But with saying more, I feel like there's more that you could then have someone be like, you shouldn't say that, or like you're trying to push this narrative, or I don't know. I'm so conscious of my influence on people, and I'd hate for anything I say to be taken the wrong way, or for anything I say to make anyone feel bad about themselves or think they need to change anything about themselves. I think it's also because of the rise of seeing all over social media like skinny talk or whatever, and seeing so much content, either like seeing a lot of like white eating a days that are a bit questionable, or seeing people like rapidly lose a load of weight, or seeing people post the amount of like body checking I see. Weirdly, I think it's like a generation younger than me, but I see a lot of it and I'm just like, oh, it's so dangerous. Or even like absolute extreme exercise. I think sometimes it's the same thing as eating less, is like exercising so much to keep your body a certain way or to make your body smaller, but it's just packaged up differently, and so it feels like it's more socially acceptable to present on social media. So I'm very conscious. I would never ever want to join in any of those conversations, and it feels like it's a shame that at the same time that I am trying to eat more whole foods just purely because I want to eat a long time. I want to live a long time. I don't want it to get in any way wrapped up in those messages, or I don't want it to affect you because you're already seeing a shitload of those messages. All of those messages that I see, I feel I'm very lucky that I'm older. When I was in my early 20s, that they would have affected me so much. I'd have been like, yeah, maybe I should be running like 20k every day to make myself tiny. Or like, I even think it's the pressure of fashion trends, like the rise of everything being low-waisted, everything being like skinny jeans are obviously going to come back, like everything being like, we want to see every part of you. I'm not surprised that influencers have felt the pressure to shrink themselves because they want to keep up with trends. But I also am not surprised that the average person then feels this pressure to shrink themselves, because I remember, you know, when I was 18 and it was the fashion that is now back in now was the fashion when I was 18, you did feel like that because everything was low-waisted and you were like, oh, but I think it's more extreme now than it, because obviously then I didn't have social media when I was at 18 or in my early 20s really, so you were only comparing yourself to people around you, and people around you all looked different shapes and sizes. But now when you've got so many people with a platform are this like very small frame, it's no surprise that when you see that repeatedly it makes you think about it. Same with like social media, and it probably impacts you to want to get like work done and stuff because you're seeing so many people with the same features, like with the same face, because they've got the same work. I don't know, it really does scare me, and I really want to post more and be like, please don't fall for all this, like please look out for yourself. But then I also don't want to piss people off. I don't want to piss influencers off because I still got to see them at events and stuff. It's awkward. But yeah, that's something I would really say. I would really look at who you follow, and even if they're talking about it in a positive way, like I honestly think any channels that I've seen that focus in any way on what you look like, good or bad, they're all highlighting and making you think more about your body. Whereas when you follow people that are just doing like things that are not like that, you don't think about it. Even people that are like, you know, I've learned to love this part of me, and I'm like, I didn't even think about that. Like they're like, I love my hip dips. I didn't know what a hip dip was until I was like 28 and I was on social media. And then you look in the mirror and you're like, oh, maybe I do have that. I would never have known that in my whole life. So yeah, I honestly think the more stuff you follow on social, good or bad, that focuses anything to do with what you look like is going to make you eventually think more about what you look like, and that is going to detract you from thinking about things that actually matter or are actually going to make you feel good. Like at the minute on YouTube, I'm watching loads. There's this person, he's called Everything Paddle or something, and me and Rory sit and watch him play paddle. Or we've got these other people called the Four Brothers. We watch them play golf, and it's so like funny just watching like some friends like having some like chat between them and playing a bit of sport. And you do realise why maybe men have a slightly different, like they're not as influenced by all these things as women, but it's because what they consume isn't focusing on what they look like. A lot to think about. Sorry, I'm bombarding you this morning with this stuff. Anyway, I've got a YouTube video actually going up today, so I need to get that sorted. I need to work out what I'm going to get these people with these presents, and I need to post the content, then I need to go to paddle. So I'll catch up with you in a bit. Right, where are we up to? We just went and played paddle for 2 hours. That was fun. I wasn't the absolute worst in the group like I was yesterday, so that was a bit of a relief. I honestly think sport is just so fun. Like, I can't believe I've spent so long not doing it. Like, I played so much sport as a kid, and I was like, I think I just forgot actually how much I enjoy doing something with people, but in a way that feels sociable but not stressful, when you've got a goal. And like being competitive about something that hasn't got to be like a business or I've got to make money from it or something, like just something that you do for pure like joy. It feels very childlike, and I think I like being childlike, but there's not much in my life that is childlike, so I'm well pleased with that. Anyway, the sun's come back out, so I need to put my period pants back on the line because they take ages to dry. Lovely. Don't know why I'm sharing that with you, but here we are. That's been done. My pants are on the line for the neighbours to see. Hope they like that. We were being productive, weren't we? But I've just kind of lost track of that. Something else that I do in my productive weekend is wash my hair, and then I actually style my hair, because it then makes the rest of the week so much easier because it's kind of done. So we're going to do that. This is what I'm using at the minute. I got sent this, but I feel like it's really nice, so I'm going to buy it. Red Ken Acidic Bonding Concentrate Shampoo and Conditioner. Makes my hair feel really nice and really thick. Because my hair's dyed, it just feels like it is helping it. And then I'm trying out this Faith in Nature. It was quite expensive, but it's a more like natural shower gel. And then I don't know if I've already shown you this. I've got this Salt of the Earth natural deodorant. I need to probably put them into one of those apps. What is those apps called that like checks what the ingredients are? I'm just trying to use things on my body that are a little bit more natural. I think I'm just aware of the amount of chemicals that I use on my hair and my body and everything, because obviously my shampoo is still full of chemicals. But I just feel like I'm going to try and make a little bit of a change to try and make it that I'm putting less stuff like that on me. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, I'm going to have a shower, wash my hair. I really hate washing my hair. It's just the worst thing ever. I wish I didn't have such a big head and I could just have a short hairstyle. This is just too much. But unfortunately, I was not blessed with that. I was blessed with a head that's as long as a horse. So long hair it is.
My dad's always like, oh, you look so good with a bob, Holly. You need to get a bob. And I'm like, Dad, he's like, you looked so good when you had a bob. I'm like, Dad, I had a bob when I was 8. Like, get a grip. I don't know if this is TMI, but how good are these pants? These are period pants, right? Leopard print, they're from M&S, and just absolutely massive. I feel like the world is my oyster in these pants. These pants, I just feel like they are me to my core. I love them so much. I've got the most delicious mozzarella tomato sandwich waiting for me from Gales, and then a pecan and maple scone. So that's what I'm going to do to force myself to finish off the tidying in my mega pants. I am going to finish off tidying this room, and then I'm going to say to myself, right, that's it, babe. Your productivity can be over. You can relax for the rest. Well, you can't relax the rest of the week, but you know what I mean. Let's get a tracksuit on so we can be in full comfort while doing serious business. The mega pants are preceding the shorts, but who cares? Also, ignore my goals for the year. I didn't do any of those. That is just a decoration. Right, let's go put this stuff away. I want to know what you're tidying, or if you actually are tidying, or if you're just watching. I always wonder whether people are actually following my lead and we're all tidying at the same time, or if I'm just going on my own. So yeah, if you're still watching, comment what you're currently doing while watching. Like, do any of you watch this like on your phone and play Sims? That's what I want to know. Also, I feel like I'm gonna get questions on these pyjamas. My mum got them for me. They're from Hush. I think they were quite expensive. Maybe they're like 60, 70 quid or 50 quid. But they are my favourite PJs. So Rory and I have a system. For those of you that don't know who Rory is, he is my boyfriend. He's technically my fiance, but we don't say that here because it feels too cringe. I hate cooking, like with a passion. It makes me see red. I'm also so bad at it. No matter what recipe I'm following, it never works for me. I don't know what is wrong with me. Well, actually, there's a lot wrong with me, but I don't know. I do know why I can't cook, because I can't be asked. But basically, we came up with a solution for that. And Rory was like, I actually really like cooking. I was like, okay, but then what jobs don't you like? And he was like, I don't really like tidying things away. And he's not that fussed about the washing. Whereas I love doing the washing. So as a solution, Rory cooks all our meals and he does the dishwasher, and he's kind of like, yeah, he kind of does kitchen stuff, whereas I do general tidying and washing stuff, and it works out really well. All of his stuff, like, he never ever has to think, like, no matter where he's going, if he's going away or wherever he's going, all of his washing is washed, dried and put away. He doesn't have to think about it at all, and I don't have to think at all, well, apart from like getting the shopping, I don't have to think about doing the cooking. Now, I don't know if it's completely fair. I kind of do think that Rory's got a bit of a bum deal there, but I also have to be a woman. Do you know what I mean? And that is a bit long, so I do think maybe he should do a bit more. But having a system like that and me knowing exactly what I have to do has been an absolute game changer, because before, I know that naturally I'm a bit slack and like I would try and get away with doing less than like the least possible, but by having a set job that I know I'm in charge of, my brain just seems to be like, okay, I can think about that. I can't be a bit like, oh, maybe I should cook tonight, because how many nights has Rory cooked? Like, should I do the washing or should Rory do that? Like, this to me is heaven, that I know exactly what is expected of me and I have a job and I'm in charge and I can just do that and then I'm done. Do you know what I mean? I have 2 sets of the same pairs of pants and they have the day of the week on, because I love just not having to think about what pants are going on. Do you know what I mean? Basically, I find to have an easier life, you have to limit the amount of decisions you have to make down to the pants. I've also broken this drawer, so I've got too much shit. I'm not willing to. Oh, look how strong I am. I'm going to go put a whitewash on, and I'm then going to sit and read my book. This is what I'm reading at the minute, Blue Sisters. I'm quite enjoying it. Like, I haven't really got to a bit where I think something like mega is happening. I think it's still like building up to the point, but it is keeping me hooked, so I'm pleased with that. So yeah, I'm going to read that. I'm also going to try and do a chapter of this. This book has been literally done like 3 chapters of it, and already there's some bits of it that I use in my everyday life, and it's called The Artist's Way, and it's all about like how to reach your higher creativity. I think it's making you like think differently and be like, oh, maybe I could try something new. So I'm also going to try and do a chapter of that. And I'm going to eat my lunch, put away this rubbish, put a wash on, and then I'm just going to chill and kind of be like, do you know what, babe? You've done your best, you've done your bit. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you like these kind of videos where you're kind of like getting things done with me. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you very soon. Love you, bye. Oh, also before you go, it would mean the world to me if you could please subscribe and give this a like. Okay, thank you, bye.